Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the most important questions of second week of November. Now, this is a detailed video, therefore, some information may be repeated again and again. We are going to upload one more video for second week of November, and in that video, detailed information will not be provided. So now, let's start.
Which city or suburb is the host of News and Mobility Summit 2019? Right answer is Manesar. So this News and Mobility Summit will be in Manesar in Haryana. If we talk about Haryana, recently Mr. Manohar Lal Khattar became the Chief Minister of Haryana for second term, and recently Mr. Gyan Chand Gupta was elected as the Speaker of Haryana Assembly. Haryana was also in news as India's first plant to convert paddy straw to CBG was set up in Haryana in Karnal. CBG stands for compressed biogas, and this plant was set up under SATAT. SATAT stands for Sustainable Alternative Towards Affordable Transportation. Now answer in comment box. It is an initiative of which union ministry? Which leader is said to be the new Prime Minister of Mauritius after a victory in recent elections? Right answer is Mr. Pravind Kumar Jugnauth. So Mr. Pravind Kumar Jugnauth got re-elected as the Prime Minister of Mauritius. If we talk about Mauritius, capital of Mauritius is Port Louis and currency is Mauritian rupee. Recently Mauritius was in news as Prime Minister of Mauritius and Indian Prime Minister jointly inaugurated Metro Express service and ENT hospital in Mauritius. Apart from that, the headquarters of IORA is also in Mauritius, and recently IORA was in news as the 9th IORA Council of Ministers meeting held in UAE. Recently, IORA was in news as 19th Council of Ministers of IORA held in UAE. And during this meeting, UAE assumed the presidency of IORA for the period of 2 years, that is from 2019 to 2021, and Bangladesh will be vice president. Ramakant Gundecha, who passed away recently, was an exponent of which genre of Hindustani Classical music? Right answer is Drupad. So Mr. Ramakant Gundecha passed away recently. He was one of the Gundecha brothers, and Gundecha brothers are the founders of Gurukul Drupad Sansthan. If we talk about Drupad, it is one of the oldest form of Hindustani classical music. Drupad and Khayal are the two forms of classical singing that are popular today. Now it should be kept in mind that the nature of Drupad music is spiritual. Samudra Shakti is a bilateral exercise of India with which country? Right answer is Indonesia. So Samudra Shakti is a bilateral exercise between India and Indonesia, and this year this exercise held in Bay of Bengal. Now in this exercise this year INS Kamorta took part from Indian side. It should be kept in mind that this is a naval exercise. This was the second edition. The first edition held in 2018. Now, if we talk about Indonesia, President of Indonesia is Mr. Joko Widodo. Recently, he got elected for the second term. Apart from that, Indonesia was also in news as recently Indonesia decided to shift its capital from Jakarta to Kalimantan. This Jakarta is on Java Island and this new capital is on Borneo Island. Who is the author of novel Paper Boat? Right answer is Nasira Sharma. So Nasira Sharma is the author of novel Paper Boat, and Nasira Sharma has been selected for Vyas Samman 2019. Now this award is given to the best Hindi literary work published over a period of 10 years. This award is given by KK Birla Foundation. It should be kept in mind that Vyas Samman was instituted in 1991 and it carries a cash prize of 4 lakh rupees. Now for 2018, this was given to Leeladhar Jagudi for his work Jitne Log Utne Prem. Which city organized the 10th Asian Conference on Emergency Medicine? Right answer is Delhi. So the 10th Asian Conference on Emergency Medicine held in Delhi. The conference was jointly organized by Asian Society for Emergency Medicine, that is ASEM, and Society for Emergency Medicine in India, that is SEMI. So this conference held in Delhi and it was inaugurated by Vice President Mr. Venkaiah Naidu. Now, if we talk about Delhi, recently Delhi was in news as it made transportation of women in DTC free. DTC stands for Delhi Transportation Corporation. Recently, in Mumbai, Best Buses started women-specific buses. The name of these buses are Tejaswini. Traditionally, Best Buses are of red color, but these buses will be of yellow color. Apart from that, Delhi was also in news as recently International Conference on Soil and Water Management held in Delhi. Evo Morales resigned from the post of president after weeks of protest over disputed election. He was the president of which country? Right answer is Bolivia. So Juan Evo Morales is a Bolivian politician and he was the president of Bolivia from 2006 to 2019, and because of protest over disputed election, he recently resigned from the post of president. If we talk about Bolivia, recently Bolivia was in news as Government of India has signed a memorandum of understanding with Bolivia for the use of lithium reserves in Bolivia. Lithium is a prime component used to power electric vehicles and cell phones. Bolivia was also in news as recently it became a member of ISA. ISA stands for International Solar Alliance. Now, if we talk about ISA, recently second assembly of ISA held in India in Delhi. It was organized by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Now answer in comment box, which countries can have voting rights in ISA? Can every country have voting rights in ISA? Next question is, Sura, a women collective stitching unit that won National Entrepreneurship Award 2019 belongs to which state? Right answer is Tamil Nadu. So Sura, a women collective stitching unit of Tamil Nadu, has won the National Entrepreneurship Award. If we talk about Tamil Nadu, recently Tamil Nadu became the first state in our country to enact a law on contract farming. Tamil Nadu was also in news as recently a malware was detected in Kudankulam nuclear power plant in Tamil Nadu. Apart from that, Tamil Nadu was also in news as recently Tamil Nadu government honored Dr. K. Sivan with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award. 15th of October is celebrated as the birth anniversary of Dr. Kalam, and on this occasion, World Students' Day is observed.
Who will receive the Munin Barkotoki Literary Award 2019? Right answer is Manoranjan Bori. So Munin Barkotoki Memorial Trust has selected young poet Ankur Ranjan and short story writer Manoranjan Bori for Munin Barkotoki Literary Award. The award aims to encourage young and promising writers in Assamese. The World Congress on Rural and Agricultural Finance started recently in which Indian city? Right answer is New Delhi. So the World Congress on Rural and Agricultural Finance started in New Delhi. For the first time, this conference held in Ethiopia in 2005, and this year it is 6th edition and Delhi is the host. If we talk about Ethiopia, recently Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali was selected for 2019 Nobel Peace Prize. The 39th International Trade Fair has started recently under which theme? Right answer is Ease of Doing Business. So 39th International Trade Fair started in Delhi and the theme is Ease of Doing Business. The theme is inspired from India's 63rd rank as per World Bank's Ease of Doing Business report. Now, if we talk about World Bank, recently World Bank was in news as it has decided to include Kolkata and Bengaluru besides Delhi and Mumbai for preparing Ease of Doing Business report to provide a holistic picture of business environment in our country. An app called Google Pay for Business was recently launched in which city? Right answer is Chennai. So in Chennai, Google Pay app called Google Pay for Business was launched for small and medium-sized businesses. If we talk about Google, recently Google was in news because of its decision to buy Fitbit. Fitbit is a San Francisco-based company. The present CEO of Google is Mr. Sundar Pichai. Google was also in news because of Sycamore. Answer in comment box why this term was in news. Which institution in India has recently decided to organize Fitness Week in schools? Right answer is CBSE. So CBSE, that is Central Board of Secondary Education, has decided to observe Fitness Week in 2nd and 3rd week of November,
as a part of Fit India movement. Now, if we talk about CBSE, recently CBSE and NCERT launched Tamanna initiative. Tamanna stands for Try and Measure Aptitude and Natural Abilities. So, it is an aptitude test for class 9th and class 10th students. And the objective of this initiative is to help students to make right career choices. Now, if we talk about NCERT, recently NCERT was in news as Madhya Pradesh government decided to include NCERT course in government schools in 9th and 10th class. Now answer in comment box, which state government decided to introduce English medium from class 1st to class 8th in government schools? Who has been appointed as new country manager of Google India? Right answer is Mr. Sanjay Gupta. So Mr. Sanjay Gupta is the new country manager and vice president of sales and operations of Google India. Mr. Gupta is the successor of Mr. Rajan Anandan. Mr. Rajan Anandan left Google and joined Sequoia Capital. And recently, Sequoia Capital was in news as its founder, Don Valentine, passed away recently. Who has been recently appointed as UNHRC Goodwill Ambassador of Pakistan? Right answer is Mahira Khan. So actress Mahira Khan has been appointed as the National Goodwill Ambassador for UNHRC. As Mahira Khan is popularly known for her roles in films such as Rais and Superstar. If we talk about Pakistan, Pakistan was in news because of Kartarpur Corridor. Pakistan was also in news as it issued a commemorative coin of 50 rupee to mark the celebration of 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Apart from that, Pakistan was also in news as it banned postal services to India. Which Indian organizations has recently launched first air pollution web repository Ind-Air? Right answer is NWERI and CSIR. So, the first air pollution web repository was launched and the name of this repository is Ind-Air, and it has been launched by NWERI along with CSIR. NWERI stands for National Environmental Engineering Research Institute and CSIR stands for Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. So, the aim of this repository is to make air quality research available to everyone. This Ind-Air stands for Indian Air Quality Interactive Repository, and this is first of its kind repository in the world.
Which city organized the India-ASEAN Business Summit 2019? Right answer is New Delhi. So New Delhi was the host of India-ASEAN Business Summit. This summit held in New Delhi and the theme was Today, Tomorrow, Together. Now if we talk about ASEAN, it is an association of 10 Southeast Asian countries, and recently ASEAN Summit held in Thailand. Prime Minister Mr. Modi was in Thailand to attend ASEAN Summit as well as to attend the RCEP and East Asia Summit. Prime Minister also addressed Swadeshi PM Modi event in Thailand in Bangkok. Apart from that, he also released a commemorative coin marking the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Apart from that, Prime Minister also released the Thai translation of Tamil classic Tirukkural. Now, if we talk about RCEP, recently India decided not to join RCEP. RCEP stands for Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. Which Indian think tank has co-hosted the Dhaka Global Dialogue-2019 recently? Right answer is ORF, that is Observer Research Foundation. So the first edition of 3-day Dhaka Global Dialogue held in Dhaka in Bangladesh. It was organized by ORF, that is Observer Research Foundation of India, along with BIISS, that is Bangladesh Institute of International and Strategic Studies. If we talk about Bangladesh, recently Bangladesh put a ban on Islamist outfit Ala Dole. Bangladesh was also in news as the 15th Governing Council of South Asia Cooperative Environment Program held in Bangladesh in Dhaka, and from Indian side, Mr. Prakash Javadekar represented India. Which aerospace manufacturer recently launched 60 mini satellites for global internet? Right answer is SpaceX. So recently, SpaceX launched 60 mini satellites into LEO, that is low Earth orbit. It is the second batch of an orbiting network meant to provide cheaper global internet. Now the Falcon rocket
carried the satellites into space. If we talk about SpaceX, SpaceX is developing a low latency broadband internet system across the globe, and Mr. Elon Musk is the founder and CEO of SpaceX. As per November 2019, which state stood first in delivering justice to people? Right answer is Maharashtra. So recently, Maharashtra has topped the list of states in delivering justice to people. Maharashtra is followed by Kerala, according to a report by Tata Trust. So as per this report by Tata Trust, Maharashtra is on first position in terms of delivering justice to people. Kerala is on second position. If we talk about smaller state, Goa is top performer. Smaller state means state where population is less than 1 crore. Who has been conferred the Infosys Prize 2019 in the Engineering and Computer Science category? Right answer is Sunita Sarawgi. So Sunita Sarawgi received Infosys Prize 2019 in the field of Engineering and Computer Science. Now, if we talk about Infosys Prize, these are given by Infosys Science Foundation, that is ISF. And these Infosys Prizes are given in 6 categories. And in the category of Engineering and Computer Science, Professor Sunita Sarawgi received this prize. Infant Protection Day is being conducted all over the world on which date? Right answer is 7th of November. So Infant Protection Day is celebrated on 7th of November. This day aims to celebrate the day to spread awareness about the safety of infants. Now, your homework is to find out what is IMR, what is MMR. IMR stands for infant mortality rate and MMR stands for maternal mortality rate. So, what is India's present IMR and what is India's present MMR? And if you are preparing for civil services, then your homework is to find out the steps taken by the government to reduce IMR and MMR. Which company has recently launched first BS6 motorcycle of India? BS stands for Bharat Stage. It is a pollution emission norm. Right answer is Hero MotoCorp. So recently, Hero MotoCorp launched India's first BS6 compliant motorcycle, Splendor iSmart. If we talk about BS6, it is Bharat Stage 6. It is a norm for vehicular emission. Now it should be kept in mind, India is going to implement BS6 directly from BS4. That means we are not going to implement BS5 and BS6 will be implemented from 1st of April 2020. Which country is to host the 11th annual summit of BRICS 2019? Right answer is Brazil. So Brazil is going to host the 11th annual summit of BRICS countries. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Now, Brazil was also in news as Indians will no longer require visa to travel Brazil. Now coming back to BRICS summit, and the theme of this 11th annual summit is BRICS Economic Growth for Innovative Future. From Indian side, Prime Minister Mr. Modi will attend few meetings of this summit. Apart from that, BRICS was also in news as recently BRICS Cultural Ministers meeting held in Brazil. Present Tourism and Culture Minister is Mr. Prahlad Singh Patel. Answer in comment box, what is his constituency? Brown to Green Report is an annual review of which regional group? Right answer is G20. So Brown to Green Report is the world's most comprehensive annual review of G20 climate action. According to 2019 G20 report, these G20 countries are responsible for 80% of global greenhouse gas emission. Now, if we talk about G20, this year G20 summit held in Japan. Next year, Saudi Arabia is going to host G20 summit. India will host G20 summit in 2022. Apart from that, recently 6th Parliamentary Speakers Summit of G20 members held in Japan. Informally, it is known as P20. And from Indian side, Lok Sabha Speaker Mr. Om Birla led the Indian delegation. His constituency is Kota Bundi in Rajasthan. Indra 2019 is a joint tri-service exercise in India with which country? Right answer is Russia. So Indra, that means India-Russia, is a joint tri-service exercise. India will for the first time host a joint tri-service military exercise with Russia. So this is first time. Now if we talk about Russia, recently Russia was in news as Russia is going to be the partner country at Golden Jubilee of International Film Festival of India. This film festival will be in Goa, and during this film festival, superstar Rajinikanth will be awarded with Icon of Golden Jubilee Award. Now Russia was also in news as recently from 1st of November, Russia's sovereign internet law took place. If we talk about internet, recently, Freedom of Net report was released. As per this report, China is the worst abuser of internet freedom. China recently banned Wikipedia. Who has become the first women editor of Financial Express? Right answer is Rola Khalaf. So Rola Khalaf will become the first woman to edit the Financial Times. She is the successor of Lionel Barber. He is considered as Britain's most senior financial journalist. Which telescope has recently detected a huge X-ray burst from outer space? Right answer is NICER. So NASA's NICER telescope detected a sudden spike of X-rays. Now this spike was caused by a massive nuclear flash on the surface of a pulsar. Now a pulsar is a neutron star whose core is left behind. The massive star runs out of fuel. Therefore, it collapses under its own weight and explodes. So this is known as pulsar. Means a neutron star run out of fuel and therefore the core is left behind. So it will explode, and this is known as pulsar. And recently, a nuclear flash was detected on the surface of pulsar by NICER telescope of NASA. NICER stands for Neutron Star Interior Composition Explorer. Which Indian has been elected to the board of Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York? Right answer is Ms. Neeta Ambani. So, wife of Reliance chairperson Mr. Mukesh Ambani, Ms. Neeta Ambani was recently elected to the board of Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. She became the first Indian to be honored with the role of trustee in the 150 years history of museum. Now, if we talk about Mr. Mukesh Ambani, he is the chairperson of Reliance Industries, and recently Reliance Industries became the first company in India to hit market capitalization of 9 lakh crore. Who was awarded the George Selaler Lifetime Award in Wildlife Conservation Science? Right answer is Mr. K. Ullas Karant. So wildlife biologist Mr. K. Ullas Karant was awarded this George Selaler Lifetime Award in Wildlife Conservation. Now, if we talk about Mr. K. Ullas Karant, he is the director of CWS. CWS stands for Center for Wildlife Studies. If we talk about this George Selaler Lifetime Award, this award was instituted by WCS, that is Wildlife Conservation Society, in the honor of Dr. George Selaler, who is considered as one of the greatest wildlife scientists. Now, if we talk about wildlife, the Wildlife Week is celebrated in India from 2nd of October to 8th of October. For the first time, this week was celebrated in 1972. The event is organized by National Board of Wildlife. National Board of Wildlife is a statutory organization which force launched a multiplayer version of its interactive mobile game Ikat Abo. Right answer is Indian Air Force. So Indian Air Force has launched a multiplayer version of its game Ikat Abo. Last year, Indian Air Force launched its single player version. If we talk about Indian Air Force, 8th of October is celebrated as Air Force Day. And recently, Air Chief Marshal Mr. R.K.S. Bhadoria became the Chief of Air Staff. The Vice Chief is Air Marshal Harjeet Singh Arora. Who has won the Asian Business Leadership Forum Global Asian Award? Right answer is Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla. So Mr. Birla was conferred the Asian Business Leadership Forum Global Asian Award. This Asian Business Leadership Forum Global Asian Award is backed by UAE government. If we talk about Mr. Birla, he is the chairman of Aditya Birla Group. Now coming back to UAE, recently UAE was in news as Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed got re-elected as the president of UAE. Apart from that, UAE was also in news because of world's first graduate level research-based artificial university in UAE. Apart from that, world's first camel hospital was also started in UAE. And world's oldest pearl was also discovered in UAE recently. In addition to that, it was the host of this year IORA conference, and UAE became the president of IORA for 2 years. The headquarters of IORA is in Mauritius. World Town Planning Day is observed on which date? Right answer is 8th of November. So World Town Planning Day is an international day celebrating the town planning, and it is celebrated on 8th of November. For the first time, it was celebrated in 1949. The 21st meeting of FSDC was held in which city? Right answer is New Delhi. So the 21st meeting of FSDC, that is Financial Stability and Development Council, held in New Delhi. If we talk about FSDC, it was constituted in 2010, and it is an apex body of sectoral regulators such as RBI, SEBI, PFRDA and IRDA, and Finance Minister is the chairman of FSDC. Present Finance Minister is Nirmala Sitharaman. Which Indian writer was given Jamcon Young Literature Award 2019? Right answer is Abhishek Sarkar. So at the 9th edition of Dhaka Literature Festival, West Bengal-based writer Abhishek Sarkar and Bangladeshi poet Rafiquzzaman Roni were given the Jamcon Young Literature Award. Abhishek Sarkar was given this award for his work Nishido. The government e-marketplace has partnered with which bank for payment-related issues? Right answer is Central Bank of India. So recently, government e-marketplace has partnered with Central Bank of India for payment-related issues. If we talk about government e-marketplace, it is a e-marketplace for the government organizations for the procurement of goods and services. It is under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The present Commerce Minister is Mr. Piyush Goyal. He is Rail Minister also, and he is a Rajya Sabha MP from Maharashtra. National Education Day is celebrated all over India on which date? Right answer is 11th of November. So National Education Day is celebrated on 11th of November as it is the birth anniversary of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. He was the first education minister of independent India. He was awarded Bharat Ratna in 1992. And on the occasion of National Education Day, present Education Minister Mr. Ramesh Nishank launched SWAM 2, SWAM 2.0. SWAM stands for Study Webs of Active Learning of Young Aspiring Minds, and this was launched in Delhi. Present Education Minister is Mr. Ramesh Nishank. The objective of this SWAM program is to achieve 3 cardinal principles of education policy, and these 3 principles are assess, that means everyone should have access to quality education. Second aspect is equity, and third aspect is quality. So this SWAM initiative is related to affordable quality education. Who is the author of novel Accidental Magic? Right answer is Keshav Guha. Mr. Keshav Guha is the author of novel Accidental Magic. This Accidental Magic novel was launched at the Bangalore Literature Festival. It is a story of 4 people whose life are brought together by Harry Potter. Who became the youngest Indian cricketer to score a half century in international cricket? Right answer is Saif Ali Verma. So Miss Saif Ali Verma became the youngest Indian cricketer to score a half century in international cricket, and she broke the record of Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. So she scored a half century in international cricket at the age of 15 years and 285 days. Now, if we talk about Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, recently a newly discovered spider species was named after him. The name of this spider is Marengo Sachin Tendulkar. Apart from that, if we talk about few other events related to cricket, recently Miss Mithali Raj became the first woman to complete 20 years in international cricket. Overall, Sachin Tendulkar has longest career in international cricket. Sachin Tendulkar is on first position, Sri Lankan cricketer Mr. Sanath Jayasuriya is on second position, and Pakistani cricketer Mr. Javed Miandad is on third position, and Ms. Mithali Raj is on fourth position. However, she is the first woman to complete 20 years in international cricket. Next question is, which book was recently termed as Architecture of Justice in India? Right answer is Courts of India past to present. So recently, Assamese version of Courts of India past to present was released in Guwahati. It was released by present Chief Justice of India, Mr. Ranjan Gogoi, and this book was termed as The Architecture of Justice in India. Now, present Chief Justice of India is Mr. Ranjan Gogoi, and recently Mr. Sarad Arvind Bobde has been appointed as next CJI. He will be 47th Chief Justice of India. Next question is, the world's first CNG port terminal will be opened in which city? Right answer is Bhavnagar. So CNG stands for compressed natural gas, and world's first CNG terminal will be opened at Bhavnagar Port Terminal. Now, if we talk about Bhavnagar, it is in Gujarat, and recently Gujarat was in news as Gujarat government has set up a target of 30,000 megawatt renewable energy generation by 2022. Apart from that, Gujarat was also in news as recently Gandhinagar became the first kerosene-free district of Gujarat. Gujarat was also in news as recently President of India gave approval to Gujarat Control of Terrorism and Organized Crime Bill.
Which prominent human rights advocates received Asia Society's prestigious Game Changer Award 2019? Right answer is Kung Fu Nuns. So the Kung Fu Nuns of Drukpa Order received Asia Society's prestigious Game Changer Award in New York for their work in the field of women empowerment in Himalayan region. The Kung Fu Nuns are fearless Indian daughters who represent a new generation of Buddhists. If we talk about Asia Society, it was founded in 1956 and it is a non-profit educational institute. Government of India is taking steps to free up pricing of oil and gas sector to boost up its production. This decision of removing price restrictions was taken on the basis of recommendation of which committee? Right answer is Kelkar Committee. Actually, in 2013, Ministry of Petroleum constituted a committee and the name of this committee was Kelkar Committee. This committee suggested that price restrictions in the field of oil and gas should be removed to boost investment in the sector, and to achieve this, Government of India on 11th of November removed price restrictions on locally produced oil and natural gas. So that is why this committee was in news. Now, if we talk about Petroleum Ministry, present Petroleum Minister is Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, and recently he was in news as he represented India in Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference. This conference held in UAE in Abu Dhabi. If we talk about UAE, it was in news as the recent summit of IORA held in UAE. IORA stands for Indian Ocean Rim Association, and after the summit, UAE became the president for 2 years and Bangladesh became the vice president for 2 years. IORA was also in news as recently Maldives became the formal member of IORA. Maldives became the 22nd member. Answer in comment box, where is the headquarters of IORA? The visit to All India radio station by which Indian leader is being celebrated as Public Service Broadcasting Day? Right answer is Mahatma Gandhi. So Public Service Broadcasting Day is observed across India on 12th of November. On this day, in 1947, Gandhiji visited All India Radio Studio in Delhi. Gandhiji visited the studio to address those people who were temporarily settled in Kurukshetra after partition. So, 12th of November is celebrated as Public Service Broadcasting Day because on that day, Gandhiji visited All India Radio Studio in Delhi. 12th of November is also observed as World Pneumonia Day. Answer in comment box. In which year Gandhiji presided session of Indian National Congress? How many beaches are being covered under the ongoing Swachh Nirmal Tat Abhiyaan? Tat stands for beach. Right answer is 50. So to make our beaches clean, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change identified 50 beaches under Swachh Nirmal Tat Abhiyaan. These are identified in 10 states and union territories. Present Environment Minister is Mr. Prakash Javadekar, and recently he was in news as he was given an additional charge of Ministry of Heavy Industries, and Public Enterprise after Shiv Sena MP Mr. Arvind Ganpat Sawant stepped down. So Mr. Prakash Javadekar is present Environment Minister. He is also the present Information and Broadcasting Minister. And now he has been given the charge of Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. Previous minister was Mr. Arvind Ganpat Sawant and he resigned recently. Over government formation in Maharashtra. If we talk about Maharashtra, recently President rule was imposed in Maharashtra. President rule was imposed for third time in the history of state of Maharashtra. It is first time that Article 356, that is presidential rule, has been invoked due to inability of political parties to form government after assembly elections. Maharashtra came into existence on 1st of May 1960. Answer in comment box. Which state was the first state in India that was formed on linguistic basis? Sundar Singh Gurjar, who recently won the gold medal in men's F46 javelin throw at World Para Athletics Championship 2019, belongs to which state of India? Right answer is Rajasthan. So Mr. Sundar Singh Gurjar won the gold medal in men's F46 javelin throw at World Para Athletics Championship. He is from Rajasthan. If we talk about Rajasthan, recently Rajasthan was in news as it banned certain categories of pan masala, and Rajasthan became the third state to do so. Previously, Maharashtra and Bihar have done so. Rajasthan was also in news as recently Government of India signed loan agreement with Asian Development Bank for improving road connectivity in Rajasthan, and it is a loan agreement of $190 million. Apart from that, Rajasthan was also in news as the chairman of Rajasthan Patrika, Mr. Gulab Kothari, won Raja Ram Mohan Roy Award by the Press Council of India. Now answer in comment box whether Press Council of India is a statutory body or a constitutional body. 10th Chief Electoral Commissioner Mr. T.N. Seshan, who recently passed away, belongs to which state of India? Right answer is Kerala. So 10th Chief Election Commissioner Mr. T.N. Seshan passed away recently. He was from Kerala and he was the man behind several electoral reforms. He was the 10th Chief Election Commissioner of India. He served as CEC between 1990 to 1996. He also received Roman Magsaysay Award, and recently Indian journalist Mr. Ravish Kumar was also awarded with this award. Mr. Ravish Kumar was also in news as he received first ever Gauri Lankesh Award for journalism. Now, if we talk about Election Commissioner, present Chief Election Commissioner is Mr. Sunil Arora, and two election commissioners are Mr. Ashok Lavasha and Mr. Sushil Chandra. World Science Day of Peace and Development was celebrated all over the world under which theme? Right answer is Open Science, Leaving No One Behind. So, World Science Day for Peace and Development is an international day that is celebrated every year on 10th of November. The day was organized by UNESCO in 2001. Now, if we talk about science, recently 5th India International Science Festival held in Kolkata. Kolkata was also in news as recently Vigyanika held in Kolkata. Vigyanika is a international science literature festival. Apart from that, Kolkata was also in news because of World Bank's Doing Business report. So from next time, Kolkata and Bengaluru will be included into World Bank's Doing Business report. Previously, only two cities represented India. These were Delhi and Mumbai. But from now onwards, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Bengaluru will represent India in World Bank's Doing Business report. If we talk about this report, it was released recently, and as per this report, India's rank is 63rd. And India has moved 14 places up. That means previous ranking was 77. Who won the men's single title at Fuzhou China Open 2019? Right answer is Kento Momota. So Kento Momota has won his 10th title of the year. He is from Japan and he won the Fuzhou China Open 2019. If we talk about China, recently China was in news as a Freedom of Net report was released by Freedom House. As per this report, China is the worst abuser of internet. China was also in news as recently it banned Wikipedia. Apart from that, China was also in news as recently
it approved a homegrown drug to cure Alzheimer, and the name of this drug is GV971. Answer in comment box. Which place was the host of second informal summit between Chinese President and Indian Prime Minister? Next question is, the first ever Sanskrit Bharati Vishwa Sammelan was organized in which city? Right answer is New Delhi. So first ever Sanskrit Bharati Vishwa Sammelan was organized in New Delhi. If we talk about Sanskrit, it is a classical language. Total 6 languages have got classical language status in our country. These are Tamil, Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam and Odia. Recently Tamil was in news as Tamil Nadu state government has issued a order to include 9,000 new Tamil words in language. ADIPEC, one of the most influential global conference in the field of oil and gas, is being organized in which city? Right answer is UAE. So ADIPEC held in Abu Dhabi in UAE. ADIPEC stands for Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference. India participated in this event, and India also conducted a roadshow to attract foreign investment, specifically in the field of oil and gas, as a part of this event. Now, if we talk about UAE, UAE was also in news as it was the host of IORA summit, and UAE became the president of IORA for the period of 2 years. The headquarters of IORA is in Mauritius, and recently Mr. Pravind Jugnauth got re-elected as the Prime Minister of Mauritius. Capital of Mauritius is Port Louis. Next question is, DEF Connect event 2019 was being organized in which city? Right answer is New Delhi. So Ministry of Defense is organizing this event DEF Connect to showcase the accomplishment of IDEX, that is Innovations for Defense Excellence. Present Defense Minister is Mr. Rajnath Singh, and recently he was in news as he attended Council of Heads of Government of SCO members. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Headquarters is in Beijing, and recently Council of Heads of Government of SCO members held in Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Next, Council of Heads of SCO members will be in India in 2020. India will also host No Money for Terror conference in 2020. Answer in comment box, which country was the host of this conference this year?
Pneumonia Day is being observed all over the world on which date? Right answer is 12th of November. So World Pneumonia Day is observed on 12th of November. For the first time, it was observed in 2009, and this year, global organizations have come together and created an initiative named Stop Pneumonia. And the theme of this year, World Pneumonia Day, is Healthy Lungs for All. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames the air sacs in one or both lungs. Which lake will be declared as eco-sensitive zone by the Jammu and Kashmir government? Right answer is Dal Lake. So recently Jammu and Kashmir government was in news as it decided to set up a 10-member committee that will declare Dal Lake an eco-sensitive zone. Now, because of encroachment and pollution, this lake has shrunk, and that's why government is taking this initiative. Now, if we talk about Jammu and Kashmir, the state of Jammu and Kashmir was bifurcated on 31st of October into 2 union territories. One was Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory, another one was Ladakh. And after this bifurcation, the government of India released new political maps. And as per new map, Pakistan occupied Kashmir is the part of newly created Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and Gilgit-Baltistan region is the part of Union Territory of Ladakh. And this is for the first time in history of India, a state was converted into 2 union territories. So as of now, India have 28 states and 9 union territories. The previous governor of Jammu and Kashmir was Mr. Satyapal Malik. Now he has been appointed as the governor of Goa. The lieutenant governor of Jammu and Kashmir is Mr. Girish Chandra Murmu, and lieutenant governor of Ladakh is Mr. R.K. Mathur. Around 1500 birds were found dead nearby Sambhar Lake recently. The lake belongs to which Indian state? Right answer is Rajasthan. So approximately 1500 migratory birds of 10 species were found dead nearby Sambhar Lake. If we talk about Sambhar Lake, it is in Rajasthan,
and it is India's largest saline lake, and it is the source of most of Rajasthan's salt production. Sambhar Lake is a Ramsar site. Ramsar site is associated to Ramsar Convention. These are wetlands, and Ramsar Convention is associated to conservation of wetlands. Every year on 2nd of February, World Wetlands Day is observed. Ramsar is in Iran. Which state government launched Shishu Suraksha App for protection of child rights? Right answer is Assam. So recently, Assam State Commission for Protection of Child Rights launched Shishu Suraksha App on the occasion of Children's Day. Recently, Assam was also in news as it started Upon Ghar housing loan subsidy scheme. Apart from that, Assam was also in news as the 21st Northeast Book Fair held in Guwahati, and this book fair was inaugurated by Vice President Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu. Who has been recently appointed as Chief Justice of Patna High Court? Right answer is Mr. Sanjay Karol. So Mr. Sanjay Karol has been appointed as the new Chief Justice of Patna High Court. He is the successor of Mr. Amreshwar Pratap Shahi. Mr. Amreshwar Pratap Shahi has been appointed as the Chief Justice of Madras High Court. Previously, the Chief Justice of Madras High Court was Ms. Vijaya Tahil Ramani. She recently resigned from the post of Chief Justice after the transfer controversy. If we talk about Madras, recently IIT Madras was in news as it has launched country's first indigenously designed standing wheelchair, and the name of this wheelchair is Arise. Who has been recently nominated to Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance? Right answer is Mr. Manmohan Singh. So former Prime Minister Mr. Manmohan Singh has been nominated to the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance. He was nominated in place of his party member Mr. Digvijay Singh. Mr. Digvijay Singh has now been nominated to the Standing Committee on Urban Development. If we talk about Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance, it is a DRSC, that is Department Related Standing Committee. Now your homework is to find out the difference between Standing Committee and Ad hoc Committee. So coming back to Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance, this committee consists of 31 members, out of which 21 are elected by Lok Sabha and not more than 10 members are from Rajya Sabha. Saurabh Chaudhary, who claimed silver medal at 14th Asian Championship in Doha, belongs to which game? Right answer is shooting. So Mr. Saurabh Chaudhary is associated to shooting and he won silver medal at Asian Championship in Doha. If we talk about Doha, it is the capital of Qatar, and Qatar is the host of 2022 FIFA World Cup. Apart from that, it recently left OPEC. OPEC stands for Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. The headquarters is in Vienna, and recently Ecuador also announced its decision to leave OPEC in 2020. The headquarters of IAEA is also in Vienna. IAEA stands for International Atomic Energy Agency. Answer in comment box recently who has been appointed as the Director General of IAEA. NASA has renamed the faraway ice world Ultima Thule to which new name? Right answer is Aerocot. So recently, Ultima Thule, the farthest cosmic body ever visited by a spacecraft, has been renamed Aerocot by NASA. Now a question could be like, what is the new name? Or recently this term was in news. It is associated to which field? Now if we talk about NASA, NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It is the space agency of USA. And recently NASA was in news as NASA got its first all-electric experimental aircraft, and the name of this aircraft is X-57 and its code name is Maxwell. So it is first all-electric aircraft. NASA was also in news as recently NASA launched ICON. It is space weather satellite. ICON stands for Ionospheric Connection Explorer, and this was launched to explore the region where air meets space. So for this area, this ICON satellite was launched. ICON stands for Ionospheric Connection Explorer. Russia is to construct a nuclear reactor at Bushehr Nuclear Power Plant recently. The nuclear plant is associated to which country? Right answer is Iran. So Iran and Russia inaugurated a new phase of construction for a second reactor at Iran's nuclear power plant in Bushehr on Gulf Coast. If we talk about Iran, Iran was the focus country for Guwahati International Film Festival. If we talk about Russia, recently Russia was in news as first Indo-Russia joint tri-service exercise named Indra will be in December 2019. This is going to be the first Indo-Russian joint tri-service exercise. Russia was also in news because of its sovereign internet law. It took effect from 1st of November. As per this new law, the government has power to block access to the content if it is a threat to nation, even though the content originated from outside Russia. Pratap Singh Tomar, who recently bagged India's record 13th Olympic quota in the Asian Championship, belongs to which game? Right answer is shooting. So Mr. Aishwarya Pratap Singh Tomar bagged India's 13th Olympic quota in shooting at 14th Asian Championship. He is from Madhya Pradesh. The second generation ethanol plant of Indian Oil Corporation Ltd will be set up in which city? Right answer is Panipat. So Ministry of Environment has granted clearance to Indian Oil Corporation Ltd to set up a second generation ethanol plant in Haryana's Panipat district. So this Panipat district is in Haryana. Now your homework is to find out what are the benefits of ethanol blending in the transportation fuel. Haryana was also in news as India's first plant to convert paddy straw into compressed biogas will be set up in Gharonda village in Karnal district of Haryana. Now, if we talk about Indian Oil Corporation Ltd, it is a Maharatna company. Recently, Government of India granted Maharatna status to 2 new PSUs. Answer in comment box which 2 PSU got Maharatna status recently and how many Maharatna PSUs are there at present. Recently discovered new species of spider was named after which Indian cricketer? Right answer is Sachin Tendulkar. So recently a new species of spider was discovered and this species of spider has been named after Mr. Sachin Tendulkar and the name of the spider is Marengo Sachin Tendulkar. The 50th meeting of World Economic Forum is to be organized by which country? Right answer is Switzerland. So the 50th annual meeting of World Economic Forum will be in January 2020 in Switzerland. If we talk about World Economic Forum, recently it was in news as India has joined World Economic Forum's G20 Global Smart Cities Alliance on Technology Governance. World Economic Forum was also in news as recently it has partnered with Telangana government for Medicine from Sky project. As per this project, necessary medicines will be delivered with the help of drones. If we talk about Telangana, it was in news as it is celebrating 2020 as Year of Artificial Intelligence. And recently, Government of India constituted a committee to resolve the difference between Niti Aayog and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology over artificial intelligence. And this committee is headed by K. Vijay Raghavan. Which country is the host of Men's Hockey World Cup in 2023? Right answer is our country. So India is the host of 2023 Hockey Men's World Cup. On the other hand, Spain and Netherlands are the host of 2022 Women's World Cup. If we talk about Spain, recently Spain was in news as Spain's capital Madrid is the host of COP25. COP stands for Conference of Parties and it is related to United Nations Climate Change Conference. Previously, it was supposed to be hosted by Chile, but because of ongoing civil unrest in the country, the government of Chile announced that they won't be able to host it. Capital of Chile is Santiago, and recently, emergency was imposed in Santiago, though later it was withdrawn. The president of Chile is Mr. Sebastián Pinera. Which Indian cricketer became the second fastest player to score 2000 ODI runs? Right answer is Smriti Mandhana. So Smriti Mandhana has become the second fastest Indian player to reach 2000 one-day international runs. C is the second fastest Indian. First one is Shikhar Dhawan. So Mr. Shikhar Dhawan completed this milestone in 48 innings and Ms. Smriti Mandhana completed this milestone in 51 innings. Apart from that, if we talk about cricket, recently Mr. Rohit Sharma became the first ever batsman to score 2500 runs in T20 international matches. Mr. Sharma was also in news as recently he became first Indian male cricketer to play 100 T20 international matches. Apart from that, Mr. Rohit Sharma was also in news as he became the third Indian to reach in the top 10 in all three formats of cricket. Which city is the venue for Silpotsav 2019, an annual fair of artisans? Right answer is Delhi. So, Delhi is the host of this fair. If we talk about Delhi, recently Delhi was in news as 10th Asian Conference of Emergency Medicine held in Delhi, and this conference was inaugurated by our Vice President Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu. Now coming back to the Silpotsav, so this is a annual fair of artisans from across the country. This provides a platform to them so that they can get the right customers for their products. Now if we talk about Delhi, Delhi was also in news as recently Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah inaugurated SCO, Joint Exercise on Urban Earthquake Search and Rescue in New Delhi. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The headquarters of SCO is in Beijing. This exercise was hosted by NDRF. NDRF stands for National Disaster Response Force. Which temple has recently commenced free supply of its famous laddu offering in India? Right answer is Meenakshi Temple. So Meenakshi Temple commenced the free supply of its famous sweet laddu. If we talk about Meenakshi Temple, it is a historic Hindu temple located on the river of Vaigai. It is in Tamil Nadu. If we talk about Tamil Nadu, recently second informal summit between Indian Prime Minister Mr. Modi and Chinese President Mr. Xi Jinping held in Mamallapuram in Tamil Nadu. Apart from that, Tamil Nadu was also in news as recently Prime Minister Mr. Modi released the Thai version of Tamil classic Thirukkural. Actually, Prime Minister Mr. Modi was in Thailand to attend ASEAN Summit. Prime Minister also released a commemorative coin marking the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev. And recently, Union Minister for Housing and Urban Affairs Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri inaugurated Guru Nanak Chair in University of Birmingham.
8th session of Governing Body of International Treaty of Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture is being organized in which country? Right answer is Italy. So the 8th session of Governing Body of International Treaty of Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture is being held in Italy in Rome. If we talk about ITPGRFA, it is also known as International Seed Treaty. Now if we talk about Italy, the capital is Rome and it is the headquarters of FAO. FAO stands for Food and Agriculture Organization, and recently FAO celebrated World Food Day on 16th of October. Italy was also in news as recently it decided to impose web tax on digital companies from 2020. It is similar to GAFA tax of France. GAFA stands for Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon. Italy was also in news as it is going to be the host of G20 Summit in 2021. In which city the first ever edition of Bandana Singh Library Awards was recently presented? Right answer is New Delhi. So for the first time, the Bandana Singh Library Awards were presented at India International Center in New Delhi. If we talk about Bandana Singh, she was a pioneer in the field of children libraries and reading programs in India. Recently, the birthday of Indian Ornithologist Salim Ali was celebrated as National Birds Day all over India. Who is considered to be the father of Indian Ornithology? Who is considered as father of Indian Ornithology? Right answer is Mr. A.O. Hume. So Mr. A.O. Hume, the Scottish civil servant, political reformer, and the founder of Indian National Congress, was described as father of Indian Ornithology by Dr. Salim Ali. And recently, the birthday of Dr. Salim Ali was celebrated as National Birds Day. He is sometimes referred as Birdman of India, and Dr. Ali was the first Indian to conduct systematic birds survey across India. Now, if we talk about Indian National Congress, answer in comment box which city was the host of first session of Indian National Congress. China is to construct first Earth-Moon Economic Zone for Space Research. The concept of Earth-Moon economy was articulated by which Indian scientist? Right answer is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam articulated the concept of Earth-Moon Mars economy. In his broad argument, he said that Earth, Moon and Mars should be considered as a single economic entity, and following his concept, China is planning to construct first Earth-Moon economic zone for space research. If we talk about Dr. Kalam, 15th of October is celebrated as his birth anniversary, and on this day, World Students' Day is celebrated.
The Golden Jubilee of International Film Festival of India, IFFI, is to be organized in which city? Right answer is Goa. So Goa is the host of Golden Jubilee of International Film Festival of India. And during this film festival, superstar Rajinikanth will be honored with Icon of Golden Jubilee Award. Apart from that, French actor Isabella Huppert will be honored with Lifetime Achievement Award at this edition. For this year, Russia is the focus country. Recently, Russia was in news as India and Russia are going to conduct first ever joint tri-service exercise in December. Russia was also in news as recently it launched a train service for Arctic region. Answer in comment box what is the name of this train service. India supported Christchurch Coal Initiative to eliminate terrorist and violent content online. The concept of Christchurch Coal was initiated by which country? Right answer is New Zealand. So Christchurch Coal is a political summit initiated by New Zealand Prime Minister Ms. Jacinda Ardern and co-chaired by French President Mr. Emmanuel Macron. This was launched after the Christchurch mosque shooting in New Zealand. Now the objective of this initiative is to eliminate terrorist and violent content which is available online. And India has supported this initiative while USA has declined to join this initiative. If we talk about New Zealand is an island nation in Southwest Pacific Ocean. The capital of New Zealand is Wellington and the currency of New Zealand is New Zealand dollar. Which Indian monument has recently entered World Monument Watch list? Right answer is Suranga Baudi. So Suranga Baudi is an integral part of ancient carriage system of supplying water through tunnels, and this Baudi was built during Adil Shahi era in Vijaypura. Vijaypura is in Karnataka, and recently Vijaypura was in news because of unique initiative. The Vijaypura canteens started to provide a cup of tea in exchange of 4 plastic bottles. Recently, Bongaigaon district of Assam started a similar initiative. The district administration started to provide plant saplings in exchange of plastic waste. On the other hand, recently, Ambikapur district in Chhattisgarh started to provide food in exchange of plastic waste.
Prakash Parv is being celebrated as birth anniversary of which Guru of Sikhs? Right answer is Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So it is the birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the founder of Sikhism and the first Guru of Sikhs. It is celebrated every year on Kartik Purnima, and this year Prakash Parv was celebrated on 12th of November. And as a part of celebrations of 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, India and Pakistan inaugurated Kartarpur Corridor on 9th of November. Kartarpur Corridor is a border corridor between India and Pakistan, and it connects the Dera Baba Nanak Sahib and Gurdwara Darbar Sahib. Who has been appointed as new High Commissioner of Bangladesh to India? Right answer is Muhammad Imran. So Mr. Muhammad Imran has been appointed as new High Commissioner of Bangladesh to India. He is the successor of Mr. Syed Muazzim Ali. So Mr. Muhammad Imran is the new High Commissioner of Bangladesh to India, and Ms. Riva Ganguly Das is India's High Commissioner to Bangladesh. If we talk about Bangladesh, Bangladesh is going to host world's second largest gathering of Muslim community in January next year, and the name of this event is Vishwa Ijtema. Bangladesh was also in news as India is going to play its first day-night test match against Bangladesh. So it will be the first ever day-night test match of India, and it will be played in Eden Garden in Kolkata. Answer in comment box recently which two cities have been selected other than Delhi and Mumbai to represent India in Ease of Doing Business report. Which Indian cricketer has recently become the first Indian male bowler to get a hat-trick in T20 internationals? Right answer is Deepak Chahar. So recently Mr. Deepak Chahar became the first Indian male bowler to get a hat-trick in T20 international matches. Overall, Ms. Ekta Bisth is the first Indian to get a hat-trick in T20 international matches, and Mr. Deepak Chahar is first male to get this hat-trick. Apart from him, recently Saifali Verma was in news. Ms. Verma became the youngest Indian cricketer to score a half century in international cricket. She broke the record of Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. According to Sample Registration System Report 2019, which state has the highest maternal mortality rate? Right answer is Assam. So, the maternal mortality rate has declined in India as per the latest Sample Registration System report. As per this report, MMR has been declined up to 26.9%. So, as per this report, Assam has registered highest maternal mortality rate. If we talk about maternal mortality, recently, Government of India launched Suman initiative. Suman stands for Surakshit Matritva Aswasan. So, it is a new initiative for zero preventable maternal and newborn deaths. It was launched by Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan. The scheme provides free medicine for pregnant women, and the objective here is to bring down IMR, that is infant mortality rate, and MMR, that is maternal mortality rate. International Lavi Fair has been recently organized in which city of India? Right answer is Simla. So International Lavi Fair is being organized in Simla's Rampur district. Ahead of this fair, an exhibition of horses was organized, and the main attraction is Chamurthi horses. These are endangered species, and these are popularly known as sip of cold desert. If we talk about Simla, it is in Himachal Pradesh, and recently Himachal Pradesh organized Rising Himachal Global Investors Summit in Dharamsala. And for this event, Bollywood actress Yami Gautam was appointed as the brand ambassador of Rising Himachal Global Investors Summit. The governor of Himachal Pradesh is Mr. Bandaru Dattatreya. President's rule is in action in the state of Maharashtra. Which article of Constitution has the provision of President's rule? Right answer is Article 356. So Article 356 contains the provisions for President's rule. Now, due to a deadlock over government formation after assembly elections in Maharashtra, the President rule was imposed, and this was imposed as per the provisions of Article 356. Now, this is third time that President rule was imposed in Maharashtra since its creation. Maharashtra came into existence from 1st of May in 1960, and this is for the first time that President rule was imposed because of inability of political parties to form government after election, and because of the conflict between Shiv Sena and BJP in Maharashtra. Recently, Shiv Sena MP Mr. Arvind Ganpat Sawant stepped down from the post of Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprise. Now the charge of this ministry was given to Mr. Prakash Javadekar. He is the Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, as well as the Minister of Information and Broadcasting. And now the charge of Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises was given to him. If we talk about these constitutional articles, Article 352 contains the provisions for national emergency. On the other hand, Article 360 contains the provisions for financial emergency. According to recently released NASSCOM report on Indian Tech Startup Ecosystem 2019, what is the rank of India? Right answer is 3. So recently, NASSCOM report on Indian Tech Startup Ecosystem said that India continues to be the third largest startup ecosystem. India is on third position after China and USA. Now, if we talk about NASSCOM, it is National Association of Software and Services Companies, and it was set up in 1988, and presently Mr. Rishad Premji is the chairman of NASSCOM. Now, if we talk about startups, recently first startup summit
held in Delhi. It was organized by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Present minister is Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. His constituency is Patna Sahib. And recently, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad was in news as he attended Law Ministers Conference. Who has been recently elected as first ever Indian and Asian General Vice President of International Organization Development Association? Right answer is Vinaya Shetty. So Dr. Vinaya Shetty is the first Indian to be elected to the position of General Vice President of IODA. IODA stands for International Organization Development Association. The organization was started in 1986 and it should be kept in mind that it is a non-profit association. Who compiled the recently launched book Sakhya Guru Nanak? Right answer is Jagtarjit Singh. So recently, 3 Punjabi titled books were published by NBT. NBT stands for National Book Trust and it is under Ministry of Human Resource Development. And these 3 books are Guru Nanak Bani. This Guru Nanak Bani was compiled by Bhai Jodh Singh. On the other hand, Nanak Bani was compiled by Manjeet Singh, and this Sakhya Guru Nanak was compiled by Mr. Jagtarjit Singh. Pramila Bisoi, who received Lifetime Achievement Award at RBS Earth Heroes Awards, belongs to which Indian state? Right answer is Odisha. So Pramila Bisoi is from Odisha and she received Lifetime Achievement Award at RBS Earth Heroes Awards. Who has been re-elected as the President of UAE? Right answer is Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. So Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed has been re-elected as the President of UAE by UAE Supreme Council. He has been re-elected for a 4th 5-year term. Now, if we talk about UAE, the capital of UAE is Abu Dhabi. Recently, UAE was in news as it was the host of 19th IORA. IORA stands for Indian Ocean Rim Association. Apart from that, UAE was also in news as world's first graduation level University for Artificial Intelligence was set up in UAE. Apart from that, Dubai is in UAE and recently Dubai was in news as world's first camel hospital was started in Dubai. Dubai was also in news as it is the headquarters of ICC. Recently ICC was in news as Bangladeshi cricketer Saqib Al Hasan was banned by ICC. Apart from that, world's oldest pearl was also discovered in UAE. Answer in comment box. It was discovered on which island? Which country organized the No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference? Right answer is Australia. So, No Money for Terror 2019 conference was held in Australia in Melbourne. This was the second edition of this conference. In 2018, the first edition held in France. And in 2020, India is going to be the host of this conference. The No Money for Terror conference is organized by FIU of more than 100 countries. FIU stands for Financial Intelligence Unit, and Financial Intelligence Unit of India, that is FIUIND, was set up in 2004 and it is an independent body which report directly to EIC. EIC stands for Economic Intelligence Council and this council is headed directly by Finance Minister. Present Finance Minister is Nirmala Sitharaman. Now coming back to Australia, answer in comment box. Recently, who became first Australian to top WTA rankings? Which city is to organize 27th Conference of Central and State Statistical Organizations? Right answer is Kolkata. So the 27th Conference of Central and State Statistical Organizations will be in Kolkata. It will be on 11th and 12th November and the conference will be inaugurated by Mr. Praveen Srivastav. He is the Chief Statistician of India and the theme of this year conference is Sustainable Development Goals. So theme is SDG and the conference is organized by MOSPI, that is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Present Minister is Mr. Rao Inderjeet Singh. Apart from that, if we talk about Kolkata, India International Science Festival also held in Kolkata. It was inaugurated by Prime Minister Mr. Modi through video conferencing. And the theme of this event was Rise in India. Rise stands for Research, Innovation and science empowering the nation. Apart from that, Kolkata was also in news because of Eden Garden, as India is going to play its first day-night test match against Bangladesh in Eden Garden. So this will be the first ever day-night test match of India. 11th BRICS Summit has recently started in Brazil under which theme? Right answer is Economic Growth for an Innovative Future. So 11th BRICS Summit has started under theme Economic Growth for an Innovative Future. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. And Prime Minister Mr. Modi visited Brazil to attend this summit. Recently Brazil was also in news as Brazil's President Mr. Jair Bolsonaro will be the chief guest at Republic Day ceremony in 2020. The Uttar Pradesh government is to set up a new university after the name of which Indian freedom fighter? Right answer is Mahendra Pratap Singh. So Uttar Pradesh government will set up a new university in Aligarh after Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh. He was a freedom fighter, journalist and writer. He was the president of first provincial government of India. Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh also formed Executive Board of India in Japan in 1940 during Second World War. If we talk about Uttar Pradesh government, recently UP government approved Digital Museum on Lord Ram in Ayodhya. Apart from that, UP was also in news as India's first elephant memorial is situated on Agra-Mathura highway in UP. Which Indian city is the host of 58th Indian Society of Aerospace Medicine Annual Conference? Right answer is Bengaluru. So Bengaluru is the host of 58th Indian Society of Aerospace Medicine Annual Conference. Now Bengaluru is in Karnataka. Recently Karnataka was in news as Supreme Court upheld the decision of Speaker to disqualify 17 MLAs as per the provisions of anti-defection law. Now a detailed video about this topic has already been uploaded. You can check the link from pinned comment. Now Karnataka was also in news as it is the winner of Vijay Hazare Trophy this year. Karnataka was also in news as it was on the top as per Saral Index. Saral stands for State Rooftop Solar Attractiveness Index. Apart from that, Karnataka was also on top position as per India Innovation Index. The index was prepared by Niti Aayog. The first ever memorial for elephants has been opened on which national highway? Right answer is Agra-Mathura. So India's first memorial for elephants was opened on Agra-Mathura highway. This memorial is a tribute to elephants who became the victim of human brutalities or who died because of accidents. Now, if we talk about elephants, recently the first ever elephant hospital of India was opened in Mathura. Mathura was also in news as recently India's first plastic to diesel conversion plant was inaugurated in Mathura. It was inaugurated by Mathura MP Hema Malini. Now coming back to elephants, recently it was in news that India's first elephant rehabilitation center will be in Kerala in Kottur. Which organization has unveiled its first ever electric airplane recently? Right answer is NASA. So recently NASA has showcased an early version of its first ever electric airplane X-57 Maxwell. Now if we talk about NASA, it is the space agency of USA. NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Recently NASA was in news because of Viper, and it is NASA's mission to explore the south pole of moon. Apart from that, NASA was also in news as recently it unveiled spacesuits to be worn by first woman to walk on moon. International Day of Radiology is celebrated all over the world on which date? Right answer is November 8th. So International Day of Radiology is observed on 8th of November and it is observed since 2007. And the theme of 2019 International Radiology Day is Sports Imaging. Mid-planning conference for Milan exercise was concluded in which city recently? Right answer is Vishakhapatnam. So the Milan series of multilateral naval exercise started in 1995 and the mid-planning conference for Milan exercise was concluded at Vishakhapatnam. Which state will start a radio channel to inform farmers about climate change? Right answer is Maharashtra. So Maharashtra State Commission for Agricultural Cost and Price is planning to start a community radio channel to inform farmers about climate change. Now answer in comment box, who decides MSP? Who decides MSP for crops? And what is the full form of MSP? And if you are preparing for civil services, your homework is to find out the differences between MSP and FRP. Now, if we talk about Maharashtra, recently Maharashtra was in news as it is the top state in delivering justice to its citizens as per India Justice Report. So Maharashtra is top state in terms of delivering justice to its citizens. Maharashtra was also in news as it partnered with Odisha under Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat scheme. Which country has recently discovered a new oil field containing 53 billion barrels of crude oil? Right answer is Iran. So Iran has discovered a new oil field containing 53 billion barrels of crude oil, and it will add around 34% to the OPEC members' current proven reserve. So it is a very significant amount. If we talk about OPEC, it is Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and recently OPEC was in news as Ecuador has announced its decision to quit OPEC in 2020. The headquarters of OPEC is in Vienna in Austria. The headquarters of IAEA, that is International Atomic Energy Agency, is also in Vienna in Austria. Recently, IAEA Director General Mr. Yukiya Amano passed away. He was from Japan, and now Mr. Rafael Grossi has been appointed as new Director General of IAEA. Answer in comment box, he is from which country? Legal Services Day is celebrated all over India on which date? Right answer is 9th of November. So the Legal Services Day is celebrated on 9th of November. It was first started by Supreme Court in 1995. If we talk about Supreme Court, recently Justice Bobde became the Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India. Now answer in comment box, in which year Supreme Court of India was established? Chinky Yadav, who secured India's 11th Tokyo Olympic quota in shooting recently, belongs to which state? Right answer is Madhya Pradesh. So Chinky Yadav secured India's 11th Tokyo Olympic quota in shooting. She is from Madhya Pradesh. If we talk about Tokyo Olympic Games, these are going to be hosted by Japan's capital Tokyo in 2020. These are Summer Olympic Games, while China is going to be the host of 2022 Winter Olympic Games. According to a recent order, which Indian language will get 9,000 new words? Right answer is Tamil. So 9,000 new Tamil words will be included into the language. If we talk about Tamil, it is a classical language. Total 6 languages are given the status of classical language. These are Tamil, Sanskrit, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam and Odia. And Tamil is also a part of 22 languages mentioned in 8th schedule of Indian Constitution. Initially, there were 14 languages. The name of recent cyclone Bulbul was contributed by which country? Right answer is Pakistan. So Bulbul is the name of cyclone and it was contributed by Pakistan. If we talk about recent cyclones which were in news recently, Cyclone Foni was in Bay of Bengal, Cyclone Vayu was in Arabian Sea, Cyclone Kyar was in Arabian Sea, Cyclone Maha was a cyclone in Arabian Sea, and Cyclone Bulbul was in Bay of Bengal.
Which e-commerce company has recently rolled out Project Zero in India? Right answer is Amazon. So to block the selling of counterfeit goods on its platform, Amazon has introduced Project Zero in India to ensure that customers get authentic goods. Now I have already uploaded a detailed video on Project Zero. You can get the link from pinned comment. Now if we talk about Amazon, the founder is Mr. Jeff Bezos. Thalaivi is a biopic based on the life of which politician? Right answer is Ms. Jayalalitha. So it is a biopic of Tamil actress and former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Ms. Jayalalitha. And Bollywood actress Kangana Ranaut is going to play the key role in this movie. Now, why it was in news? It was in news because as per the reports, Ms. Jayalalitha's niece approached the Madras High Court seeking a stay on film. So, that's why this question was there. Now, if we talk about Ms. Jayalalitha, she was the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. If we talk about Tamil Nadu, recently second informal summit between Indian Prime Minister Mr. Modi and Chinese President Mr. Xi Jinping held in Tamil Nadu in Mamallapuram. The first informal summit between these two leaders held in Wuhan in China, and Wuhan was also in news as recently 7th World Military Games held in Wuhan in China. The event was officially inaugurated by Chinese President Mr. Xi Jinping. Capital of China is Beijing. Which country has become first South Asian nation to criminalize offences related to match fixing? Here the question is about cricket. Right answer is Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka has become first South Asian country to criminalize offences related to match fixing in cricket. Now, if we talk about Sri Lanka, recently Sri Lanka was in news as it was the host of Law Ministers Conference. This conference held in Colombo, and from Indian side, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad represented India. Sri Lanka was also in news as recently Asia's tallest tower was unveiled in Sri Lanka, and the name of this tower is Lotus Tower. And as per the reports, 80% of the funding of Lotus Tower came from China. Now there was one more term related to Lotus which was in news. Answer in comment box what is Lotus HR initiative. Now Sri Lanka was also in news as recently it was removed from FATF grey list. FATF stands for Financial Action Task Force. Headquarters is in France in Paris, and recently Saudi Arabia became the member of FATF.
As per November 2019, which state or union territory has registered the highest internet penetration in our country? Right answer is Delhi NCR. So recently, as per a report by IAMAI, NCR Delhi registered highest internet penetration, followed by Kerala. Now, if we talk about IAMAI, it is Internet and Mobile Association of India. The headquarters of IAMAI is in Mumbai, and it was set up in 2004. The present president of IAMAI is Subhu Ray. Recently, there was an agreement for the withdrawal of water from Feni River. The Feni River forms part of which international border? Right answer is India and Bangladesh. So, Feni River forms the part of India and Bangladesh border. It originates in the South Tripura district and it passes through Sabroom in Tripura. Recently, it was in news as a memorandum of understanding was signed between India and Bangladesh for withdrawal of water from Feni River by India for a drinking water supply scheme for Sabroom town in Tripura. If we talk about Indo-Bangladesh border, BSF provides security to Indo-Bangladesh border. BSF is under Ministry of Home Affairs. Present Director General of BSF is Mr. V.K. Johri. BSF was also in news as recently it launched Operation Sudarshan. Answer in comment box what was the objective of this operation. Now, if we talk about Sabroom, recently Sabroom was in news as central government approved Tripura's first SEZ in Sabroom. SEZ stands for Special Economic Zone. If we talk about Tripura, recently Tripura launched Angikar campaign. Answer in comment box what was the objective of this campaign. Which state has recently banned no entry board in kitchens of restaurants and hotels? Right answer is Gujarat. So recently the state of Gujarat has banned no entry board in kitchens. That means now the customer can enter into kitchen and can check how the food is being prepared. The decision was taken as per the provisions of Food and Drug Act. Now, if we talk about Gujarat, recently Gujarat was in news because of new port policy. Recently, Smart Port was launched. Answer in comment box, Smart Port is the initiative of which state government? Now, coming back to Gujarat, Gujarat was also in news as recently it has set up target of 30,000 megawatt renewable energy by 2022. Gujarat was also in news as recently Gujarat Control of Terrorism and Organized Crime Bill got presidential assent. The Chief Minister of Gujarat is Mr. Vijay Rupani and Governor is Mr. Acharya Devvrat. Which acclaimed Bengali writer passed away recently? Right answer is Nabnita Deb Sen. So, acclaimed Bengali writer Nabnita Deb Sen passed away recently. She will be best remembered for her book Sitayan. In this book, she presented the Ramayana from the perspective of Sita. Which Bollywood actress has been chosen as the brand ambassador of Rising Himachal Global Investors Meet 2019? Right answer is Yami Gautam. So Yami Gautam was appointed as the brand ambassador of Rising Himachal Global Investors Meet, and this event held in Himachal Pradesh in Dharamsala. Himachal Pradesh was also in news as recently 2000 panchayats were brought under natural farming. Which country has raised objections to the inclusion of Kala Pani in the new political map of India? Right answer is Nepal. Nepal has objected to the inclusion of Kala Pani within Indian territory. Nepal government claimed that it is part of Nepal. It should be kept in mind that recently India released new political map depicting the newly created union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Now, if we talk about map, these maps were prepared by Survey General of India, and on 31st of October, Jammu and Kashmir state was bifurcated into two union territory. One was Jammu and Kashmir, another one was Ladakh. Mr. G.C. Murmu became the first Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, and Mr. R.K. Mathur became the first Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh Union Territory. The previous Governor of State of Jammu and Kashmir was Mr. Satyapal Malik, and now he was transferred and was appointed as the Governor of Goa. Ram Ray, who recently passed away, is associated to which profession? Right answer is advertising. So, advertising giant Mr. Ram Ray passed away recently. He was a well-known personality in the field of advertisement sector. Which state government has officially cleared K-Phone project to provide free high-speed internet connection to BPL families? Right answer is Kerala. The Kerala government has officially cleared the K-Phone project to provide free high-speed internet connection to over 20 lakh BPL families in the state. Now, Kerala was also in news as recently Kerala High Court gave a landmark judgment that access to internet is a fundamental right. Which country will host the 19th SCO Heads of Government Council in 2020? Right answer is India. So, India will be the host of 19th Council of Heads of Government of SCO in 2020. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The headquarters of SCO is in Beijing. India and Pakistan became the SCO members in 2017 after Asthana Summit. The new name of Asthana is Nur Sultan. If we talk about SCO Heads of Government Council this year, that means in 2019, this council held in Uzbekistan in Tashkent, and Indian Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh attended this event. So these were the most important questions of second week of November. If you appreciate our efforts, please share it. Thank you, and that's all for the day.